hello, thank you for joining me. Well, I'm just doing a little ride out to Northallerton, just come out of Darlington. So today I'm hoping will be the relaunch of my channel, which has been off for a few years. It was a mixture of cycling and motorcycling, but now I don't have a motorcycle at the moment, so it's going to be purely about cycling. And I'm based in the north of England. I split my time between Darlington and Cumbria, the Eden Valley, to be more precise. So the rides I'll be doing will be predominantly from these two areas. So today obviously is from Darlington. Just come out into the countryside now, near the Croft motor racing circuit. And I'm heading south towards Northallerton. So it won't be much of an interesting ride today. Today is more about testing the camera gear, how it performs in the windy conditions. It's quite windy today. So we'll see how we go. Just come along for the ride. And if riding out of the north of England is something you're interested in, why not give me a follow? Click the subscribe button within YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything, it just means that my videos will come out on your YouTube feed, and if you hit the notification bell you won't miss any content. I'm not going to put out weekly content, it'll just be where I consider I'm doing some interesting rides. Like I said, today's not really interesting, it's just about testing the equipment. Well, it looks like I'm about to overtake a couple of cyclists. Morning. Hi. Morning. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite flat around this part of the world. So, relatively easy. I'm riding a Ribble e-bike, but I've been building up my fitness since since the beginning of the year really, and I'm finding that I'm using the e-functionality less and less now. I still use it if there's like a steep hill I can't get up, or just to make it a little bit easier. I have reasons for getting an e-bike, I'll go into that later. But the beauty about this e-bike is you can ride it as a normal bike as well. And it just gives me that confidence to go out on the longer rides. I don't have to worry too much about headwinds, big hills, because I know I've got the assistance up my sleeve if I need it. So I'm not needing it at the moment. Like I said, there's nothing in the way of hills really, apart from a few railway bridges. But I might need it on the way back because I'll be going more into the wind coming back. So, and of course I'll be a little bit tired by then. So we'll see how we go. I'm coming up now to the first of 2 or 3 categorised climbs today. So I might just put the assistance on just to make it nice and easy. The distance today is about 40 miles, so I could easily do the whole ride on the assistance. But like I said, I'm trying to build up my fitness, and it's really I'm using it now just as a backup, or when I'm feeling lazy like I am now. So according to the Garmin, it's 0.32 of a mile. 15 metres of climbing, and average grading of only 3%, so we're not talking about anything serious here. And I could do the climb without any assistance, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Some very noisy sheep in the field next to me. So I mentioned that I had my reasons for getting an e-bike, but let me start by saying that I've always been a cyclist. Never raced, but done many nice tours, some quite long distance. Cycled lands in John O'Groats. I joined my first cycling club when I was 15, and through the late 70s, through the 80s and up to the mid 90s, and so I did quite a lot of cycle tours, mostly with the South East Essex Cyclist Touring Club, and I had really good times there. You know, and I gave up that really due to family commitments, but still carried on cycling, whether it was just the occasional weekend ride, or the occasional Sunday ride I should say, and or commuting to work, to and from work. Over many years though, I suffered with acid reflux. I think probably near enough 20 years I was suffering with it, and thanks to my workplace health insurance, I decided to get it sorted out. Got referred to a Hardy Street consultant, and after undergoing various tests and having cameras stuck down my throat, I had an operation in 2008 which fixed it. And I had 10 years of very high quality life, shall I say, compared to the previous 20 years. Then in about 2012 I think it was, I joined another local cycling club, started cycling again regularly at weekends, but unfortunately it seems to bring back the symptoms of the acid reflux, and I went back to see the consultant, and I was told not really an option to have another operation, but you need to make some lifestyle changes to manage the situation. So the consultant told me to really cut out 3 things from my current lifestyle, or my lifestyle then. And the 3 things were: stop eating spicy food, cut out alcohol, and stop the serious cycling. Would have been okay to just poodle around the park on a normal bike, but cut out the serious stuff with the hill climbs and going into the red. So obviously I've been reluctant to do that because it had been my life for so long. But I never gave up alcohol completely, but I did reduce my consumption, and same with the curries. But I lost the motivation really to cycle. So probably from about 2018, it was 2018 because I did the Ride London over the Surrey Hills as a kind of farewell, and I took up landscape photography. I'd always been interested in photography. I used to take a camera on all the cycle tours, keep a visual record of the events there. Unfortunately, there was no video cameras in those days. I would have loved to have logged them, especially with some of the antics we used to get up to. So yeah, I still love landscape photography, but the problem is giving up cycling created a whole load of new problems. Obviously I put on weight, I started getting leg pains, not being able to sleep. So I thought I'd really like to start cycling again, get a bit of fitness back. So I tried getting on the bike again, but I had to say it was not very successful. I found it really hard, and that just deflated me totally. So it was last year, late last year, I decided to get an exercise bike for indoors to ride through the winter. Changed my diet a bit, and that certainly helped building up the strength. But what I needed was motivation to get out on the roads again, especially in the summer. And I thought an e-bike would be the perfect way to do it. I've gone for a Ribble because I've had Ribble bikes before, and I still have a Ribble carbon road bike. And I've no regrets whatsoever. It just, to put it bluntly, it's made me fall in love with cycling again. I can get out, I don't have to worry about the hills, about headwind, things you don't like about cycling. So that's my story basically, and I want to carry on riding the e-bike when I don't feel like riding my normal bike, especially around the roads of Cumbria, quite undulating there in the Eden Valley, and I'll take you on a few adventures. Where I'm based there is very close to Great Dun Fell, which of course is legendary amongst cyclists these days, and I plan to do a little ride up there, wait for some nice weather because it gets very windy up there. Pick a day that's nice and clear so we can appreciate the views. So come along and join me. I think we're about 3 miles from Northallerton now. Nice little market town, about 15-20 miles south of Darlington. Plenty of options for coffee stops, cafes there, there's a couple of supermarkets, plenty of outlets to buy food, whatever you want to do. What you'll find out about me is I'm a great fan of Costa coffees. Or as one of my old club mates said on WhatsApp the other week, Costa lot coffee. But I'm a huge fan, and even though there's probably better cafes in Northallerton, I will go for the Costa coffee because I just enjoy the flavours. So just coming into Northallerton now. I'll leave the camera rolling so you can see what the town has to offer. Any fans of McDonald's, you're catered for here. That's good timing. There's a Halfords here, in case anyone needs some bike parts. Plenty of pubs, obviously. Sainsbury's. So here we are at Costa Coffee. So here we are back out, suitably refreshed. I have to admit I'm feeling a bit cold now. The Garmin's showing 16 degrees, so the temperature has dropped by a degree or so. Just hiding my flashing front light there just so I don't scare the horses. Yeah, there's a bit of rain in the air. They did say we might get the odd shower. Hopefully it won't come to anything or I'll ride through it. So we're heading out of Northallerton, coming into the village of Brompton. Heading to the northeast and coming back into Darlington through Neasham. As you see, I had to put my gilet on. Time to feel the cold. Still feel a few drops of rain in the air. I've got about 15 miles to go and I've decided to turn the ear assist on. Just want to get home as soon as possible really. It's not particularly enjoyable. I'm going into a headwind, it's cold, feel a few spots of rain. 20 past 11, I did promise my other half I'll be home for lunch. What is that bright thing that's just lit up the sky? This is the tiny little village of Appleton Wisk. It's here I usually have to make a decision. Do I turn left or right? On the nice days, and when I'm feeling like I want to extend the ride by about 3 or 4 miles, I'll turn right and head up through the town of Yarm. Very popular and attractive little town, just outside Middlesbrough. And today I'm going to go left. I'm going to turn left, keep it to a more direct route home. Like I said, it's getting a little bit on the late side. The Lord Nelson Inn. Well, I'm very sorry people, but unfortunately the video camera ran out of battery there, and I wasn't able to record any footage of the second and third categorised climbs. The third one was quite steep. I've never been up there before, but it was 11% in places. So I was certainly glad of the e-assistance on that one. So we're heading back into Darlington now on this track, old bridleway. Used to be a railway track running out of Darlington to Dinsdale. As I say, now it's used as a bridleway. Lots of people walk their dogs along here. It's a nice quiet little way back into Darlington, avoiding the main roads with the shops, etc. It's worth doing the extra hill for, really. So I've got about 2 miles to go. If you stayed with me this far, thank you very much appreciated. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Always helps with the engagement if YouTube sees people liking it. So yeah, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of thing. Subscribe and watch out for my next video. Like I said, I'll be splitting my time between Darlington area and Cumbria, Eden Valley. Hopefully we get some decent weather still. We've only had a week of good weather so far in 2024. So thanks so much again for watching. All the best. And I shall see you on the next video.